The morning of September 17, 1944, dawned with a roar over the English Channel. Operation Market Garden, the bold Allied plan to end the war by Christmas, was underway. At the heart of this massive airborne assault was the 101st Airborne Division, tasked with securing a series of bridges in the Netherlands. Their objective, to create a corridor for British XXX Corps to race through and cross the Rhine. The 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment, the famed Screaming Eagles, had a specific and vital target, the Sun Bridge, a concrete and steel span over the Wilhelmina Canal. Its capture was the first critical link in the chain, the initial step upon which the entire timetable of the operation depended. The C-47 Skytrains carrying the 506th 1st Battalion crossed the Dutch coast at 1300 hours. The air armada, stretching as far as the eye could see, faced intense flak. German 20mm and 88mm anti-aircraft guns, forewarned by the sight of the approaching fleet, filled the sky with black puffs of smoke and deadly shrapnel. Paratroopers, burdened with over 70 pounds of equipment, stood in the doorways as tracers arced past. The drop zones near Son were chaotic but relatively accurate. By 1430 hours, Colonel Robert Sink had assembled his men. The race was on. The bridge lay just over a mile to the north. Speed was paramount. The British tanks were already rolling from the start line. The battalion moved out in a tactical column, scouts probing ahead. The Dutch countryside, a patchwork of fields and small woods, seemed deceptively quiet. Then, at approximately 15:15 hours, as the lead elements approached the southern outskirts of Son, all hell broke loose. A well-concealed defensive position, manned by elements of the German 59th Infantry Division, opened fire with MG-42 machine guns, their distinctive ripping sound tearing through the air at a rate of 1,200 rounds per minute. Mortar rounds, 81mm high-explosive shells, began walking toward the American line. The paratroopers hit the dirt, returning fire with their M1 Garands and Browning automatic rifles. A fierce, close-quarters firefight erupted in the ditches and hedgerows. For over an hour, the advance was stalled. Every minute lost was a minute the British armor lost, a minute the Germans could reinforce. Finally, under covering smoke and with a flanking assault, the German position was overrun. The paratroopers surged forward, reaching the canal bank at roughly 16:45 hours. As they prepared their final assault on the bridge, a massive explosion ripped the structure apart. German engineers, following standing orders, had detonated pre-planted demolition charges. Concrete and steel girders twisted and fell into the canal. The first critical objective of Market Garden had just been denied. The 506th had lost the race. This single failure created an immediate 36-hour delay. While engineers frantically built a Bailey Bridge, the meticulously planned schedule began to unravel. The delay at Son compressed the timeline for every subsequent objective, contributing directly to the ultimate failure at the final bridge in Arnhem. The destruction of the Sun Bridge was not just a tactical setback. It was the first crack in the foundation of Montgomery's ambitious plan, a crack that would widen into a chasm, proving that in war, seconds count, and the first failure can seal the fate of an entire operation.